As used in line 61, impression most nearly means blank. This is a vocabulary and context question. What I want to do is go visit that word in context and try to figure out what I think impression means. Then I'm going to take my prediction, cross it out and write it in here, whatever it is, and then test that against the choices. So let's go find line 61. During the survey step, I wrote question 10 in the sidebar here. And so now I can zoom right to the context. Okay, let's start reading here. Despite its bareness, and I think it's referring to the room. Despite its bareness, the impression it gave was of austerity rather than poverty. So what I want to do with impression is I want to basically come up with my own definition for the word. And I don't know, this is talking about the way a room looks. I might say picture, but I think that I want to kind of go with like feeling. So let's go back to the question. I'm going to write feeling here. Like not just the way something looks, but the way it makes a person feel. And let's expose those answer choices and see what we got. All right, so what we want to do is test our own definition, feeling, against these answer choices and see which one makes the most sense. Okay, so as used in line 61, feeling most nearly means appearance. No, that doesn't match. Most means belief. Now that belief kind of matches feeling, but that doesn't really work for me. Let's leave those two alone for now. Imitation, that doesn't match feeling. And recollection, which means like a memory. Neither of these, C and D, don't make a ton of sense to me, but between belief and appearance, neither of those exactly match feeling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the second method for vocabulary and context questions and plug these words back into their context. So appearance and then belief. It was not a big room. Despite its bareness, the appearance it gave was of austerity rather than poverty. That sounds right to me. Let's try the other one. It was not a big room. Despite its bareness, the belief it gave was of austerity rather than poverty. And that doesn't make the same kind of sense to me. Honestly, I think my initial instinct of picture was right. It really is about the visual impression, as it were, of the room. And so appearance is correct. Okay, so what I've modeled for us here is two methods of solving a words and phrases in context question. First, you come up with your own definition. You try to match that against the choices, knocking out the ones that you for sure can discard based on context. But then, if you still are left with other choices, then go back and plug those choices into the text. Sub out the word you're trying to define and see what fits best, and then trust your gut. And in my case, my initial idea that impression meant picture in this context was correct. So, a useful lesson in trusting your gut.